This is my M4 Mac Mini inside of this case purely for aesthetic and fun reasons. Also, if you're wondering, the front is magnetic, comes off to give you access to the front ports, but I won't be needing those for the intention of why I have this M4 Mac Mini, which is a home server or kind of like a NAS. Now, all that stuff is usually overly technical and complicated, but the beauty about Apple is they make it the easiest. They make it so easy to do this. So what exactly is a home server or a NAS drive? Technically, what you can do with this setup, the way that I'm using it, is connect it to your home network via like my Ethernet port, and then connect hard drives to this. You can use SSDs or 3.5-inch, whatever hard drives you have. As someone who does a lot of content creation, I have a lot of external hard drives that I don't want on my desk. I could tuck these away somewhere. I connect this into my network, and then I am allowed the luxury of connecting to this while on my network wirelessly with my phone, my iPad, my MacBook Pro, even my PCs. So something that's typically complicated, we're gonna simplify it by using this system right here. Now, this is a base model M4 Mac Mini. Now, this is one of the best, most efficient and powerful mini personal computers that you can purchase on the market. And it's absolutely phenomenal. So if you want to use it in that right, you can. Now, this is a base model M4 Mac Mini with one upgrade, and that's in the Ethernet port. I have a 10 gigabit Ethernet port upgraded on here. Now, you don't have to get that. If you don't have a 10 gigabit network, which probably the average person does not, you can get the base model. It's been on incredible, discounts this holiday season. I've seen it as low as $469. Check the links down in the description below for the best pricing. But man, oh man, just imagine this very powerful computer that you can use as your home server. So your Mac is storing the wrong kind of cookies this holiday season. And while you're baking gingerbread and sugar cookies, your computer is collecting digital ones that slow everything down. Now, Clean My Mac, today's video partner, fixes this festive tech nightmare. Its Smart Care dashboard gives you complete control over performance optimization. The cleanup feature removes cache files and system junk that prevent updates. My Clutter spots what's cluttering your downloads and eliminates duplicates fast. Need security? The Moonlock engine scans and removes malware with one click. Now, Cloud Cleanup connects to iCloud, OneDrive, and Google Drive to find space wasters safely. All scanning happens locally on your Mac, so your data stays safe. Now, the Assistant tackles battery drain while the Menu app provides quick solutions. So stop letting digital cookies ruin your holidays. Get Tidy today, try 7 days free, and use my code CJKnows for 20% off Clean My Mac. So how does it work, CJ? Basically, on any Apple computer, you can connect drives to it and you can turn on the shared function. When you turn on the shared function, I can choose whatever hard drive I want and it will share it across that network that is connected to. Now, again, there's protection. You have to log in, password, and things like that. But anyone on my network, your entire family, whether they're on the iPad, iPhone, MacBook Pros, or iMacs, or even their PCs, can connect to that device, which has hard drives connected to it, and connect to those folders. So, we pay a lot for cloud services to offload data. Well, you can cancel that subscription and offload your own data to your personal hard drive, which is not in the cloud, no privacy concerns, and back up your smartphones, your photos, and all of that in a super simple fashion. Like me, I do video editing. So I can have my hard drives that have archive footage on them and have access to that archive footage if I need to over my network without needing to connect to those hard drives via wire. I can do it wirelessly, or I can do it like via Ethernet cable plugged into the same network for faster speeds. Okay, now that we got all of that technical jargon, let me show you how simple and easy it is. I'll pull up the computer and show you guys how you can easily connect a hard drive and share it on the network. Super simple. Then I will show you guys how you can set up your Mac Mini. Let's say you want to put it somewhere away off to the side, connect hard drives to it, and then connect to it remotely. We will not need to connect a monitor to it. You can use this to make it believe that it's connected to a monitor, and that's in 4K, so that way you can have access to it remotely. So I'm on my Mac Studio over here, and I can connect to this Mac Mini and have access to my files. The Mac Studio is where I'm editing, so I have access to that archive footage. If I'm on my MacBook Pro upstairs while editing or working, I can still access the Mac Mini as far as just controlling things on there if I need to, or I can just over the network access those shared folders. So this convenience which is super simple to do, is the beauty of using the M4 Mac Mini as your home server. Now you can use a Mac Mini that's not the M4 version. You can use a spare MacBook Pro that you may have on the side because you updated to the latest one. I got a bone to pick with Apple about their computing and the upgrading, and especially the Apple tax on storage. A video about that will be coming soon around the MacBook Pro, and I'm going to be showing alternatives on the PC side and also how you can use external storage that's just as fast as Apple's storage. And it will, well, with the state of storage right now, before things get out of hand, it's far more cost efficient and cost effective, but we're headed down a bumpy road in the world of PC components with AI taking over. So again, I'm gonna show you solutions. Matter of fact, give me a second. I'll share my first hard drive solution that I'm looking to get into. Now, there's cheaper solutions out there. You don't have to go with this, but this is just an ultimately extremely fast connection. This is OWC. I have not used it yet, so I will be using it in this video for the first time. We're gonna put a PCIe Gen 5 M.2 inside of here of 4 terabytes, but this has USB 4 at 80 gigs in it. So you literally can get some crazy speeds with this hard drive enclosure. And it's on the Apple aesthetic with the fully, aluminum body, which also helps with heat dissipation and things like that. So I know I've rambled on to set this up. Let's set this up. Okay, so from a hardware perspective, essentially how this is going to work is you're just gonna connect this to power. I literally only have 3 cables connected to this: the power cable, the Ethernet cable, and one cable, which is a Thunderbolt cable that has all of my external hard drives routed through it. With Thunderbolt, you can daisy chain your hard drives. So if you use Thunderbolt hard drives, I have about maybe 5 connected, and they're all coming through one cable. That's the beauty of Thunderbolt, and this has Thunderbolt 5 on the backside, or Thunderbolt 4, or whatever. Even if you have Thunderbolt 3, you can do this, which is extremely convenient. Moving on into the second piece of hardware, you're gonna grab this. This is, again, like I told you before, going to emulate a 4K monitor, allowing you to access your Mac Mini remotely while also getting a 4K signal over that remote access. So you can pull it up on your screen with a larger resolution, and you can use your Mac Mini as if you're using it in real time. And as long as you're in a network that has a crazy solid connection, it's gonna be smooth. Like, I've literally been doing this over and over for weeks now. And that's literally the hardware side of it, which is extremely minimal. Now let's get into the software side. Okay, so right here, you guys can see I'm using the screen sharing app on my Mac Studio, not the Mac Mini, but I just connected to the Mac Mini. And on my initial connection, it's in 1080p resolution. That's why the screen is so small, but I'm gonna go inside of the system settings and change this really quick. Super simple, just click on 4K. And it's gonna shrink down, but once I expand it, it'll be at full 4K resolution. And the only reason there's space on the side is because I'm on a 5K monitor. Now we go into general file sharing. You enable this, you click on the eye, and this is where you're gonna add your hard drives. Over here on the left column, at the very bottom, there's a plus symbol. You would click on that plus symbol that's down here, and then you would go to whatever folder or hard drive. So if I choose the hard drive, like just the native hard drive, and I click open, that would be full hard drive access, which is exactly how I'm able to access all of my hard drives directly. Now, by clicking on this options button in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll get access to SMB. If you want to be able to have access to the same folders and the same hard drives, but via your Windows machine, then you definitely want to enable this. Trust me, I've tried it. It works flawlessly. And again, I'm having full on access to all of my hard drives over my network completely. Okay, so next up, I'm going to close the screen sharing or set it off to the side. Now we are on the Mac Studio in a Finder window. I want to demonstrate this access that I have, how flawless and fluid it is to use. I showed you guys earlier in B-roll clips, but right now you guys can see I'm pulling up some clips from 2023 actually with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. That's my bro Terry Warfield. Shout out to him. This is from my bro C-Kids video. And again, this is some B-roll from way back. So the next thing I want to show you is real-time file transfer. This is an over 40 gig file that I'm dragging over onto the Mac Mini over my network. Again, my network is a little bit more advanced. Right now it is 10 gigabit Ethernet, but as you guys can see, this is only taking minutes to transfer 40 gigabytes of storage. And this is over the network. This is not directly. So if we go back to the Mac Mini, I want to show you guys once that was done that it actually transferred over, and you guys can see it's the exact file size of what I drug over onto the Mac Mini. Well, technically onto the storage that's connected to it. Now, really quick, I want to show you an app for if you wanted to be able to stream your videos. If you had like videos saved onto your hard drive, whether it's YouTube videos or movies that you own and whatnot, you can use this app called Infuse. Now, carrying on right into another useful app that a lot of people use, which is Hazel, which is like a monitor for your folders that allows you to set rules. So let's just say a certain file type of video, anytime I download it, I can have it automatically drug onto my server, onto that storage in a certain folder. Okay, so hopefully this video has helped you have a new outlook on your Apple computer and being able to set up your own home server for whether you want to put photos and videos, and everyone has access to the same photos and videos. You essentially are creating your own cloud, and it's local. So you don't have to worry about it being on someone else's server. It's on your own server, and it's up to you, your protection, your privacy, and things like that. And that's a big plus to doing this. You also save money because you don't have to pay the monthly subscription, you know, for the cloud services and whatnot. Or you can have those and have this in addition, whatever you choose. But at the end of the day, this is such a powerful tool and a powerful way to use your M4 Mac Mini. And I think that about wraps it up. If you guys want to know a little bit more about this case, I will have it linked down below. You get your power button access on it. There's also, like I said earlier, an attachment that you can put on the bottom of it. You'll get an M.2 SSD dock as well as additional ports. So if you need more than what you're getting out of the M4 Mac Mini, if you want to get your M.2 incorporated visually with the same aesthetic, you can, or you can just go whatever route you find at whatever great deal you can find out there. There's a ton of different enclosures. I'll link a bunch down below to help you guys make it easier for you. And again, storage was a lot cheaper before AI, and this was always the better way to go. Everyone would tell you get an external, hard drive enclosure and not pay the Apple tax, but now we have SSD tax, and it's all thanks to AI. My name is CJ. I know tech, so you don't have to, even though I know you know everything. Peace. Oh, and if a player look a little stiff, I got a kink in my neck, and I got like the back of my elbow muscle. Man, I got some things going on. Listen, those armrests on your chairs, don't lean on them too much because you can mess up your elbow. And figure out the best way to sleep without getting a kink in your neck. A player gotta go get a massage.